What's up, world? Welcome back to the High Performance Trader. And today we're going to break down a very simple trade that we took today live on the Discord with the team. And the reason why I really want to break today down is because of the data we have been collecting, right? So every trade, you guys have been seeing a lot of videos from me, and it's been focusing primarily on what I like to call the HPT crossover. Right. So the HPT crossover is a morning strategy, and you can use it later in the day as well. But it's a morning strategy focused primarily on the first 2.5 hours of the day. Right. I understand a lot of traders work full-time jobs. They don't have time to be sitting in front of the charts all day. And honestly, I don't like to sit in front of the charts all day either. Right. So the morning has been my primary focus. And I've been diving very deep into strategic, specific criteria that goes into the trades I'm taking. Right. And what that means is every single trade I take needs specific criteria. And today in this video, I want to break down how I was able to use that criteria to identify a super high probability setup. I want to talk about what was going through my mind. I want to talk about doubt. I want to talk about hesitation. I want to talk about how trading metrics and collecting data, going through the data, has helped me make decisions not based on emotion, but based on probabilities. I think this is a superpower. I think all traders need to learn to see and view the market this way. It has helped me tremendously. So today in this video, I want to be breaking that down. And in the description below, I've included a PDF that I've created breaking down the month of September and the data that it accumulated. And Todd, who's on us with us right now, he knows, right? Over at HPT, guys, we focus primarily on the system, right? And what you're going to realize is the system will keep you from making irrational, unlogical decisions in the market, right? So let me share my screen before I forget here. And we are going to whip out TOS, and I'm going to show you this very simple trade I took right here on SBX and how we cleared over 111% ROI, right? So it was an absolute banger. It was a phenomenal trade. It was very simple. Let me see here over here in the Discord. I'm going to show you. Right, we logged it as open print, break, and retest. But I want to show you right here, actually, the HPT crossover. Right, so this has been our new section that I've been focusing on a lot, right? And in here, you're going to see a lot of data. But every single trade you see here in this section has very specific criteria, right? So the criteria is it's off a critical level, right? The second criteria is before 12 p.m. Eastern, right? So the first 2.5 hours. And then the third criteria is that you're getting a crossover with the moving averages and you're closing above the 50, right? So that is the very specific criteria. You're going to see this is a trade we took today. Here's SPY, here's open print. Price opens below it, shoots up above, closes above the 50. We come down, we get a beautiful RBI on this candle, which is a red bar ignored. We take the market long, stop below it. And we literally were in this move for less than 10 minutes, right? It was an absolute banger. So what I want to go through, before I go through the trade, I want to show you guys here the pre-market plan. Right? Very simple pre-market plan. And it's crazy. I was actually more bearish today. But I want to show you in this lesson how you have to be able to adjust your bias on a fly, right? You can't be doing your pre-market plan, guys, and decide what you're going to be for the day, right? Because look at this right here. I mean, we got a trend line break, right? And what will happen is a lot of traders will go, oh, we're breaking trend. This is bearish, right? Notice we're below the 50 EMA. We're below all my moving averages, right? That's bearish. That's leaning towards the bearish side. But I took a long play today, right? So once again, just because you are, you're doing your analysis before the market opens and you're leaning more towards a specific way or a specific bias, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stick to that or marry that, right? So SPY, watching previous day low and end of day, bullish scenario, looking for buyers to step up today and take back the 50 EMA on the 1 hour, show acceptance at EOD and PDL, Buying acceptance above this level means longs targeting previous day high. Bearish scenario, if sellers continue to show strength below the 1 hour and defend any retest at EOD in PDL, I'm bearish, looking to target Friday's close, right? So that was written at 7:30 Eastern, and you're going to see in pre-market, we actually made the move down towards Friday's lows, right? So I'm going to open up. I'm actually going to use SPX because it's going to make this a little easier. So here's Friday's close here. This is the closing price for Friday. Here's Monday price action, right? Monday price action's right here. We gapped up yesterday, and then we got some chop yesterday. And now we're ripping down into Friday's close, right? So now this is why having a very simple process is so significant, right? Because we're coming into our level of interest. And you have to ask yourself, right, what does current price action look like? So in pre-market plan, I used a word called acceptance, right? Acceptance is one of those words that you hear a lot. And if you don't define it very clearly, it can actually hurt you, right? So what I mean when I say the word acceptance, and I'm going to go back to SPY now, is I'm looking for strength at the critical level, which is open print, and I'm looking for strength off the moving averages, right, from buyers. On the flip side, I'm looking for the same criteria for sellers, right? So acceptance is just a pretty word for all my criteria is there. Now, when I say all my criteria, I'm not saying everything. I'm saying the specific criteria that makes up my edge. I'm talking about critical level. I'm talking about moving averages. And I'm talking about the RBI and the GBI entry, right? So that is my specific criteria. Every single day, I trade the same setup. I know, and we just beat it into each other's heads all day, right? But it's very important that you become robotic, right? You literally need to become a system, because I did not want to take this trade long. Look at it. We're ripping into previous day low and end of day, right? These are critical levels with a lot of volume. Look at the amount of volume here as we're ripping into this level. So I took the market long. I'm going to show you on the 2-minute here. I took the market long on this candle, right? So when price ripped up above open print, we come down, we retest it. So now on the Discord, you're going to see here, actually, I'll tell you exactly where I took her long. Okay, right. Oh, I put in SPX. So over here in SPX alerts, you're going to see in longs here at 10:11 a.m. Look at what it looks like right there. That is perfect. That is picture perfect criteria. I have to take that. I have to take it. It's not a matter, if you guys see here, end of day, I'm literally at end of day. So I was literally trying to talk myself out of this trade. I'm like, oh man, end of day's right there. Sellers can come in. Maybe you should just wait for the next one. Be patient. No, this is my criteria. This is my system. There's no question. There's no argument sound enough to keep me from taking this long. Why? Very simple answer. The reason why I have to take this long is not because how I feel. It's not because I think it's going to work. It's because the data tells me to. We made multiple videos on it, but this strategy has a 72% win ratio. And I'm not making this video to be like, oh, the strategy is so amazing. I'm making this video to help you guys understand a 72% win ratio with the proper risk reward is going to work for you. It's not about feeling good. It's not about knowing what's going to happen. You're never going to know what's happening. The epitome you're waiting for. And I say this because this is how I used to feel. I literally used to be like, oh, when I become a good trader one day, right? Like the difference between me and $1 million trader is he knows which trades to take. Not necessarily. $1 million trader knows the statistics. He knows the probabilities. He knows there is nothing else he can do to control what's going to happen after this. Look at this price action. I have to take that. Critical level, broke above it. We're retesting it, and now we are getting the red bar that's been annihilated. It has literally been annihilated. Red bar ignored in this stop below it. Now, literally, once I long this, okay, ready? Now let's go back. I'm in the market long. Stop at 580, targeting SPY pre-market high. This is what it looked like. Sellers were trying so hard. Look at this candle. I got in long here. If it was on SPY, it would have been around 580.53, and my stop is at 580. I'm risking 50 cents. We're literally ripping into PDL. We're ripping into end of day. And instead of going, hey, listen, I'm not going to take it because there's critical levels right there. I get that argument. But at the same time, you can always find a reason to not take the trade. So stick to the statistic. Don't stick to the emotion. Don't stick to what you think is going to happen. Don't stick to your bias. Stick to the probability. Put your faith not in your ability to predict things. Put your faith in the probability, in the statistic, in the data. So many traders ask me about, Josh, how do you get the confidence to do this? Or how do you know it's going to work? You don't. You will never know if it's going to work or not. The only thing you can control is your ability to collect data, sift through it, and execute it. This was a beautiful trade, one and done for me. It was very simple. We get above the 50 here on the 1 hour, she's going to rip. I wrote this at 10:23. Watch what happens. At 10:23, we rally. Rip right up into target where we booked it. Phenomenal trade. Very simple trade. And one more thing, guys, I want to show you that's been very helpful for me is I trade SPX. I trade SPY too, but I trade SPX like more primarily. And look at how clear my upside target was. Like when you trade SPX and the market looks like this and you're long, like I'm targeting this 58.35, right? Like very simple. There was a seller there, right? Sellers push price down, so I'm long. Overall, I was very proud of this trade, and the main reason I was proud of it is because it felt uncomfortable. It felt uncomfortable. I was looking for a reason not to. Right? We had end of day right there. We had previous day low right above it. This was a massive sweet spot. And like I said in the pre-market plan, I was looking to trade with whoever controlled it. The market's ripping into it right here. Josh, how do you know? I don't know. But the probability states that out of 10 times, this works 7. So I must take it. If I don't take it, my consistency goes right out the window. So the moral of the story, right? I named this video one and done because this was the only trade I took today. It was 100% ROI. It was a phenomenal trade. But I truly believe once you enter a trade, the rest is up to the market. You cannot do anything else. So if you don't have a system, if you do not have a process, and all these traders out there in the social media stratosphere, right? They tell you to get process oriented. They tell you to get super systematic, but they don't give you a system, right? Use mine. I'm telling you, critical level. It's that easy. Critical level, moving average cross, RBI, GBI. You repeat that the correct way, you now have at least a 72%. I can't wait to do the statistics. Is today? No, we got tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Thursday will be the last day of October. And what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go through all this data right here. Let's see. It starts right here. We got 1. I mean, just look at some of these trades we took. Look at this. This was October 2nd. Look at this. Guys, it's the same exact trade I took today. Same exact trade. Critical level, open print, crossover, RBI, long. Look at that. It's the same thing. It is the same trade, same exact trade. System, baby. Every single day, it's the system. Look at this. Next day, same thing, just bearish. Open print, retest, break below, short play. That was a great one. That one was a loss. This one was a win. This one was a win. This one was a win. This one was beautiful, right? So guys, what I'm saying is become systematic. Learn your craft, execute your craft. And then when you make money, walk away. Look at this, same exact trade. Close above the 50, long. See, less is more. One and done. Get your money. Obviously, I'm not saying give up opportunity, but what if, just what if you traded less, but you took better trades? That just may change your life, right? So, guys, I'm going to wrap it up quick. I love you guys. Thank you for joining. I hope that you guys take from this one and done. Develop your process. Become the process. Learn a system and repeat the system over and over and over. Develop statistics on it, right? Because once you have statistics, now you put your faith in the statistic. I felt like I did not want to take that trade. My brain's telling me, end of days right there, previous day lows right there. What if it doesn't work? What if this? What if that? Doesn't matter. It's not what if, it's even if. Even if it goes against me, that's fine, because out of 10 trades, 7 of them work. And with a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio, baby, we're good. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next lesson.